CLEP English Literature Meter and Rhyme. Question 1. Interpreting a CLEP style clue, can a CLEP item about Derek Walcott point to which work? Option A. Ulmrose. Option B. The Second Coming. Option C. Great Expectations. Option D. Ulysses. The correct answer is option A. Ulmrose. Ulmrose fits because it is Derek Walcott's work, a Caribbean epic that reworks classical forms through post-colonial history and island experience. The Second Coming is associated with W. B. Yeats. Great Expectations is associated with Charles Dickens. Ulysses belongs with James Joyce, not this author clue. Question 2. Preparing a CLEP-style clue among these terms, which one names a strong pause or break within a line of poetry? Option A. Personification. Option B. Caesura. Option C. Spenserian stanza. Option D. Conceit. The correct answer is option B. Caesura. Caesura fits because it means a strong pause or break within a line of poetry. Spenserian stanza and conceit refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Personification is also different. Enjambment runs the sentence beyond the line. Alliteration repeats consonants. Octave names the first 8 lines of some sonnets. Question 3. Studying a CLEP-style clue among these writers, who is linked to My Last Duchess? Option A. Robert Browning. Option B. George Eliot. Option C. Andrew Marvell. Option D. Samuel Beckett. The correct answer is option A. Robert Browning. Robert Browning fits because My Last Duchess is a dramatic monologue revealing character through a speaker's controlled self-exposure. Samuel Beckett is linked to Waiting for Godot. George Eliot is linked to Middlemarch. Andrew Marvell points instead to his coy mistress, so it does not match this clue. Question 4. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue, which work includes Lemuel Gulliver? Option A. Gulliver's Travels. Option B. Volpone. Option C. My Last Duchess. Option D. The Wasteland. The correct answer is option A. Gulliver's Travels. Gulliver is the traveler through Swift's satiric worlds. Crusoe belongs to Defoe, Elizabeth Bennet belongs to Austen, Estragon belongs to Beckett. Question 5. Examining a CLEP-style clue during terminology review, which term matches a rhymed pair of iambic pentameter lines often used in neoclassical poetry? Option A. Simile. Option B. Metonymy. Option C. Heroic couplet. Option D. Epic. The correct answer is option C. Heroic couplet. Heroic couplet fits because it means a rhymed pair of iambic pentameter lines often used in neoclassical poetry. Metonymy and simile refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Epic is also different. Blank verse is unrhymed. Spenserian stanza has 9 lines. Ballad meter is song-like and narrative. Question 6. Considering a CLEP-style clue, select the term for the ordered pattern of end rhymes in a poem. Option A. Caesura. Option B. Rhyme scheme. Option C. Personification. Option D. Tragedy. The correct answer is option B. Rhyme scheme. Rhyme scheme fits because it means the ordered pattern of end rhymes in a poem. Tragedy and personification refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Caesura is also different. Meter is rhythm, diction is word choice, imagery is sensory language. Question 7. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue among these writers, who is linked to sons and lovers? Option A. Geoffrey Chaucer. Option B. D. H. Lawrence. Option C. Chinua Achebe. Option D. Percy Bysshe Shelley. The correct answer is option B. D. H. Lawrence. D. H. Lawrence fits because Sons and Lovers is a modern novel of psychological realism, family bonds, sexuality and class tension. Percy Bysshe Shelley is linked to Ode to the West Wind. Chinua Achebe is linked to Things Fall Apart. Geoffrey Chaucer points instead to the Canterbury Tales, so it does not match this clue. Question 8. If a poem uses 5 iambic feet, usually 10 syllables with an unstressed stressed pattern, which device is present? Option A. Villanelle. Option B. Gothic. Option C. Satire. Option D. Iambic pentameter. The correct answer is option D. Iambic pentameter. Iambic pentameter fits because it means 5 iambic feet, usually 10 syllables with an unstressed stressed pattern. Satire and villanelle refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Gothic is also different. Trochaic meter begins stressed unstressed. Free verse lacks regular meter. Anapest has 2 unstressed syllables before a stressed one. Question 9. Comparing a CLEP-style clue, spotting that an image or idea keeps recurring and builds meaning across a work should lead to which term? Option A. Motif. Option B. Diction. Option C. Theme. Option D. Meter. The correct answer is option A, motif. Motif fits because motif is a recurring element that supports themes and patterns in a text. Theme is wrong because theme is the broader insight or central idea. Meter and diction describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 10. Tracing a CLEP style clue, should the remains of the day be matched with which writer? Option A, Daniel Defoe. Option B, Henry Fielding. Option C, Seamus Heaney. Option D, Kazuo Ishiguro. The correct answer is option D, Kazuo Ishiguro. Kazuo Ishiguro fits because The Remains of the Day is a late 20th century novel about memory, restraint, class, and missed emotional truth. Daniel Defoe is linked to Robinson Crusoe, Henry Fielding is linked to Tom Jones. Seamus Heaney points instead to North, so it does not match this clue. Question 11. During passage analysis, which term matches the clue that a sentence runs beyond the line break before completing its grammar? Option A, end stopping. Option B, alliteration. Option C, enjambment. Option D, caesura. The correct answer is option C, enjambment. Enjambment fits because enjambment occurs when syntax flows past the end of a poetic line, often increasing movement or suspense. Caesura is wrong because caesura is a pause within a line. End stopping and alliteration describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 12. Preparing a CLEP-style clue among these terms, which one names unrhymed iambic pentameter? Option A, blank verse. Option B, epic. Option C, unreliable narrator. Option D, tone. The correct answer is option A, blank verse. Blank verse fits because it means unrhymed iambic pentameter. Tone and epic refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Unreliable narrator is also different. Free verse has no regular meter. Heroic couplets rhyme in pairs. Ballads usually use narrative stanzas. Question 13. Studying a CLEP-style clue, when John Donne appears in review, which title fits? Option A, Dover Beach. Option B, 1984. Option C, Holy Sonnets. Option D, Sons and Lovers. The correct answer is option C, Holy Sonnets. Holy Sonnets fits because it is John Donne's work, a group of metaphysical poems using paradox, argument, and intense spiritual drama. Sons and Lovers is associated with D. H. Lawrence. Dover Beach is associated with Matthew Arnold. 1984 belongs with George Orwell, not this author clue. Question 14. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue, can Beowulf help identify which author? Option A, anonymous Old English poet. Option B, Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Option C, William Shakespeare. Option D, Oscar Wilde. The correct answer is option A, anonymous Old English poet. Anonymous Old English poet fits because Beowulf is an Anglo-Saxon heroic epic built around monsters, loyalty, fame, and alliterative verse. William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet. Oscar Wilde is linked to the importance of being earnest. Elizabeth Barrett Browning points instead to sonnets from the Portuguese, so it does not match this clue. Question 15. Examining a CLEP-style clue, select the term for the repetition of vowel sounds without repeating the same consonants. Option A, Spenserian stanza. Option B, assonance. Option C, metaphor. Option D, heroic couplet. The correct answer is option B, assonance. Assonance fits because it means the repetition of vowel sounds without repeating the same consonants. Metaphor and heroic couplet refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Spenserian stanza is also different. Alliteration repeats initial consonants. Consonance repeats consonant sounds. Irony depends on contrast. Question 16. Considering a CLEP-style clue, can J. Alfred Prufrock help identify which work? Option A, The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. Option B, Sonnets. Option C, My Last Duchess. Option D, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. The correct answer is option A, The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. Prufrock is Eliot's self-conscious speaker associated with modern alienation and paralysis. Beowulf is an epic hero, Gulliver is Swift's traveler, Othello is Shakespeare's tragic general. Question 17. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue, how should a CLEP author clue for the Canterbury Tales be answered? Option A, Derek Walcott. Option B, Seamus Heaney. Option C, Joseph Conrad. Option D, Geoffrey Chaucer. The correct answer is option D, Geoffrey Chaucer. Geoffrey Chaucer fits because the Canterbury Tales is a Middle English frame narrative that uses pilgrims to create a state satire. Seamus Heaney is linked to North, Derek Walcott is linked to Omrose. Joseph Conrad points instead to Heart of Darkness, so it does not match this clue. Question 18. Testing a CLEP-style clue, recognizing a long elevated narrative poem about heroic or cosmic events points to which term? Option A, terza rima. Option B, epic. Option C, simile. Option D, heroic couplet. The correct answer is option B, epic. Epic fits because it means a long elevated narrative poem about heroic or cosmic events. Heroic couplet and terza rima refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Simile is also different. Lyric poetry focuses on personal feeling, comedy resolves conflict happily, essay presents prose argument. Question 19. Comparing a CLEP-style clue, if a song-like poem tells a story in simple repeated stanzas, which concept is being tested? Option A, sonnet. Option B, ballad. Option C, mock epic. Option D, elegy. The correct answer is option B, ballad. Ballad fits because ballads are narrative, song-like poems often using repetition, dialogue, and strong rhythms. Elegy is wrong because elegy mourns death or loss. Mock epic and sonnet describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 20. Tracing a CLEP-style clue, identify the writer normally connected with Gulliver's Travels. Option A, George Orwell. Option B, Jonathan Swift. Option C, Andrew Marvell. Option D, anonymous Old English poet. The correct answer is option B, Jonathan Swift. Jonathan Swift fits because Gulliver's Travels is a prose satire that attacks politics, science, pride, and human folly. Anonymous Old English poet is linked to Beowulf. George Orwell is linked to 1984. Andrew Marvell points instead to his coy mistress, so it does not match this clue. Question 21. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue, when a review note mentions imagination, nature, emotion, the ordinary person, and the value of individual experience, which period fits? Option A, neoclassical. Option B, restoration. Option C, romantic. Option D, Victorian. The correct answer is option C, romantic. Romantic fits because it is commonly linked with imagination, nature, emotion, the ordinary person, and the value of individual experience. Neoclassical is different because neoclassical literature values order, satire, and rational polish. Restoration and Victorian point to other historical patterns, so they do not match this clue. Question 22. Can Tom Jones help identify which author? Option A, Matthew Arnold. Option B, George Herbert. Option C, Henry Fielding. Option D, Sir Thomas Malory. The correct answer is option C, Henry Fielding. Henry Fielding fits because Tom Jones is a comic realist novel known for an intrusive narrator and carefully plotted action. George Herbert is linked to the Temple, Matthew Arnold is linked to Dover Beach. Sir Thomas Malory points instead to L.E. Mort d'Arthur, so it does not match this clue. Question 23. Studying a CLEP-style clue, which term fits a passage where a line moves mostly unstressed stressed 5 times? Option A, iambic pentameter. Option B, ballad stanza. Option C, terza rima. Option D, free verse. The correct answer is option A, iambic pentameter. Iambic pentameter fits because iambic pentameter is built from 5 iambs, creating the common 10-syllable rhythm used in much English verse and drama. Ballad stanza is wrong because ballad stanza is a narrative quatrain pattern, not a single 5-foot line. Free verse and terza rima describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 24. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue, during terminology review, which term matches the 6-line unit that often follows the octave in a Petrarchan sonnet? Option A, metonymy. Option B, sestet. Option C, elegy. Option D, synecdoche. The correct answer is option B, sestet. Sestet fits because it means the 6-line unit that often follows the octave in a Petrarchan sonnet. Synecdoche and elegy refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Metonymy is also different, octave is 8 lines, couplet is 2 lines, refrain is repeated language. Question 25. Examining a CLEP-style clue, select a term for a situation in which the audience knows more than a character does. Option A, metaphor. Option B, ode. Option C, dramatic irony. Option D, apostrophe. The correct answer is option C, dramatic irony. Dramatic irony fits because it means a situation in which the audience knows more than a character does. Ode and metaphor refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Apostrophe is also different. Verbal irony says one thing and means another. Soliloquy is a stage speech. Parody imitates style for comic effect. Question 26. Considering a CLEP-style clue, how should a reader label a passage where a poem follows 3 quatrains and a final rhyming couplet? Option A, ode. Option B, Shakespearean sonnet. Option C, Petrarchan sonnet. Option D, epic. The correct answer is option B, Shakespearean sonnet. Shakespearean sonnet fits because the Shakespearean sonnet organizes 14 lines into 3 quatrains and a concluding couplet. Petrarchan sonnet is wrong because Petrarchan sonnets divide into octave and sestet. Ode and epic describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 27. Reviewing a CLEP style clue on a CLEP study card, which writer belongs with the wasteland? Option A, T.S. Eliot. Option B, Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Option C, George Orwell. Option D, John Milton. The correct answer is option A, T.S. Eliot. T.S. Eliot fits because The Wasteland is a modernist poem marked by fragmentation, illusion, spiritual dryness, and cultural crisis. George Orwell is linked to 1984, John Milton is linked to Paradise Lost. Elizabeth Barrett Browning points instead to sonnets from the Portuguese, so it does not match this clue. Question 28. Testing a CLEP-style clue, identify the writer normally connected with Ode to the West Wind. Option A, Percy Bysshe Shelley. Option B, James Joyce. Option C, Oscar Wilde. Option D, Thomas Hardy. The correct answer is option A, Percy Bysshe Shelley. Percy Bysshe Shelley fits because Ode to the West Wind is a romantic ode that treats nature as destructive, creative, and revolutionary power. Thomas Hardy is linked to Tess of the D'Urbervilles. Oscar Wilde is linked to the importance of being earnest. James Joyce points instead to Ulysses, so it does not match this clue. Question 29. How should a CLEP author clue for Dr. Faustus be answered? Option A, Christopher Marlowe. Option B, Joseph Conrad. Option C, Seamus Heaney. Option D, Samuel Taylor Coleridge. The correct answer is option A, Christopher Marlowe. Christopher Marlowe fits because Dr. Faustus is a Renaissance tragedy about ambition, forbidden knowledge, and a bargain with the devil. Joseph Conrad is linked to Heart of Darkness. Samuel Taylor Coleridge is linked to the rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. Seamus Heaney points instead to north, so it does not match this clue. Question 30. Tracing a CLEP-style clue, can Hard Times help identify which author? Option A, Charles Dickens. Option B, Alfred, Lord Tennyson. Option C, Oscar Wilde. Option D, William Shakespeare. The correct answer is option A, Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens fits because Hard Times is a Victorian social problem novel criticizing industrial utilitarianism and dehumanizing education. Alfred, Lord Tennyson is linked to In Memoriam AHH, William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet. Oscar Wilde points instead to the importance of being earnest, so it does not match this clue. Question 31. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue among these terms, which one names the continuation of a sentence beyond the end of a poetic line? Option A, apostrophe. Option B, villanelle. Option C, enjambment. Option D, metonymy. The correct answer is option C, enjambment. Enjambment fits because it means the continuation of a sentence beyond the end of a poetic line. Apostrophe and villanelle refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Metonymy is also different. Caesura is a pause within a line, and stopping completes a sentence at line end. Allusion is a reference. Question 32. Preparing a CLEP-style clue, identify the writer normally connected with sonnets. Option A, John Keats. Option B, William Wordsworth. Option C, Charles Dickens. Option D, William Shakespeare. The correct answer is option D, William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare fits because sonnets is a sonnet sequence often tested for rhyme scheme, love, time, beauty, and mortality. William Wordsworth is linked to lyrical ballads. John Keats is linked to Ode on a Grecian Urn. Charles Dickens points instead to Great Expectations, so it does not match this clue. Question 33. Studying a CLEP-style clue, how should a CLEP author clue for Great Expectations be answered? Option A, James Joyce. Option B, Joseph Conrad. Option C, Charles Dickens. Option D, Samuel Beckett. The correct answer is option C, Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens fits because Great Expectations is a Victorian Bildungsroman about Pip, class aspiration, guilt, and moral growth. James Joyce is linked to Ulysses. Samuel Beckett is linked to Waiting for Godot. Joseph Conrad points instead to Heart of Darkness, so it does not match this clue. Question 34. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue, during terminology review, which term matches a poem of mourning, often reflecting on death and loss? Option A, elegy. Option B, caesura. Option C, epistolary novel. Option D, unreliable narrator. The correct answer is option A, elegy. Elegy fits because it means a poem of mourning, often reflecting on death and loss. Caesura and unreliable narrator refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Epistolary novel is also different, ode praises or meditates formally, satire mocks folly, ballad tells a song-like story. Question 35. Examining a CLEP style clue. If a strong pause interrupts the middle of a poetic line, which concept is being tested? Option A, caesura. Option B, octave. Option C, assonance. Option D, enjambment. The correct answer is option A, caesura. Caesura fits because caesura names a pause within a line, often marked by punctuation or a natural break in speech. Enjambment is wrong because enjambment carries syntax across a line break. Octave and assonance describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 36. Considering a CLEP-style clue, recognizing Hamlet points to which work? Option A, Macbeth. Option B, Tristram Shandy. Option C, Hamlet. Option D, King Lear. The correct answer is option C, Hamlet. Hamlet is Shakespeare's Prince of Denmark in the revenge tragedy. Othello centers on jealousy, Volpone is Jonson's satire, Paradise Lost is Milton's epic. Question 37. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue. If you see Jane Austen, which title should you remember? Option A, Pride and Prejudice. Option B, To His Coy Mistress. Option C, Frankenstein. Option D, Holy Sonnets. The correct answer is option A, Pride and Prejudice. Pride and Prejudice fits because it is Jane Austen's work, a novel of manners centered on courtship, class, irony, and moral judgment. Holy Sonnets is associated with John Donne, To His Coy Mistress is associated with Andrew Marvell. Frankenstein belongs with Mary Shelley, not this author clue. Question 38. Testing a CLEP-style clue. During passage analysis, which term matches the clue that two polished rhyming lines of iambic pentameter close a satiric point? Option A, villanelle. Option B, Spenserian stanza. Option C, blank verse. Option D, heroic couplet. The correct answer is option D, heroic couplet. Heroic couplet fits because heroic couplets are rhymed pairs in iambic pentameter, especially important in neoclassical poetry and satire. Blank verse is wrong because blank verse has no rhyme. Spenserian stanza and villanelle describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 39. Comparing a CLEP-style clue, which term describes a formal lyric poem of praise, meditation, or address? Option A, ode. Option B, frame narrative. Option C, free indirect discourse. Option D, assonance. The correct answer is option A, ode. Ode fits because it means a formal lyric poem of praise, meditation, or address. Free indirect discourse and assonance refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Frame narrative is also different, epic is long and narrative, satire attacks folly, ballad tells a story in song-like stanzas. Question 40. Tracing a CLEP-style clue. Identify the writer normally connected with To His Coy Mistress. Option A, George Orwell. Option B, Christopher Marlowe. Option C, William Shakespeare. Option D, Andrew Marvell. The correct answer is option D, Andrew Marvell. Andrew Marvell fits because To His Coy Mistress is a carpe diem metaphysical poem that moves from persuasion to urgency. George Orwell is linked to 1984, William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet. Christopher Marlowe points instead to Dr. Faustus, so it does not match this clue. Question 41. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue. Among these works, which one is by Elizabeth Barrett Browning? Option A, The Canterbury Tales. Option B, Mrs. Dalloway. Option C, Tristram Shandy. Option D, Sonnets from the Portuguese. The correct answer is option D, Sonnets from the Portuguese. Sonnets from the Portuguese fits because it is Elizabeth Barrett Browning's work, a Victorian sonnet sequence exploring love, voice, and devotion. The Canterbury Tales is associated with Geoffrey Chaucer, Tristram Shandy is associated with Lawrence Sterne. Mrs. Dalloway belongs with Virginia Woolf, not this author clue. Question 42. Preparing a CLEP-style clue, choose the work most closely linked with Charles Dickens. Option A, Mrs. Dalloway. Option B, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Option C, Preface to Shakespeare. Option D, Great Expectations. The correct answer is option D, Great Expectations. Great Expectations fits because it is Charles Dickens's work, a Victorian Bildungsroman about pip, class aspiration, guilt, and moral growth. Mrs. Dalloway is associated with Virginia Woolf. The Rime of the Ancient Mariner is associated with Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Preface to Shakespeare belongs with Samuel Johnson, not this author clue. Question 43. When a passage shows two consecutive lines of verse, usually linked by rhyme or thought, which term fits? Option A, couplet. Option B, dramatic monologue. Option C, sestet. Option D, metonymy. The correct answer is option A, couplet. Couplet fits because it means two consecutive lines of verse, usually linked by rhyme or thought. Sestet and metonymy refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Dramatic monologue is also different. Octave is 8 lines, sestet is 6 lines, stanza is a larger grouped unit. Question 44. Recognizing a CLEP style clue, spotting that nearby words begin with repeated consonant sounds should lead to which term? Option A, meter. Option B, assonance. Option C, alliteration. Option D, irony. The correct answer is option C, alliteration. Alliteration fits because alliteration repeats initial consonant sounds and is especially important in Old English poetry. Assonance is wrong because assonance repeats vowel sounds. Meter and irony describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 45. Examining a CLEP-style clue, how would a clue about Salman Rushdie most likely be answered? Option A, Wuthering Heights. Option B, Midnight's Children. Option C, The Remains of the Day. Option D, North. The correct answer is option B, Midnight's Children. Midnight's Children fits because it is Salman Rushdie's work, a post-colonial novel using magical realism to connect personal and national history. The Remains of the Day is associated with Kazuo Ishiguro, North is associated with Seamus Heaney. Wuthering Heights belongs with Emily Bronte, not this author clue. Question 46. Considering a CLEP-style clue, if a 14-line poem divides into an octave and sestet, which concept is being tested? Option A, ballad. Option B, Shakespearean sonnet. Option C, Petrarchan sonnet. Option D, villanelle. The correct answer is option C, Petrarchan sonnet. Petrarchan sonnet fits because the Petrarchan sonnet usually turns between an 8-line octave and a 6-line sestet. Shakespearean sonnet is wrong because Shakespearean sonnets use 3 quatrains and a closing couplet. Ballad and villanelle describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 47. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue, recognizing Pip and Miss Havisham points to which work? Option A, Great Expectations. Option B, Midnight's Children. Option C, Ellie Mort d'Arthur. Option D, Wuthering Heights. The correct answer is option A, Great Expectations. Pip and Miss Havisham belong to Dickens's Victorian novel about class, guilt, and moral growth. Tess belongs to Hardy, Stephen Dedalus belongs to Joyce, Okonkwo belongs to Achebe. Question 48. Testing a CLEP-style clue, which work is tied to Oscar Wilde? Option A, To His Coy Mistress. Option B, Heart of Darkness. Option C, The Importance of Being Earnest. Option D, The Second Coming. The correct answer is option C, The Importance of Being Earnest. The Importance of Being Earnest fits because it is Oscar Wilde's work, a late Victorian comedy of manners built on wit, double identities, and social satire. To His Coy Mistress is associated with Andrew Marvell, Heart of Darkness is associated with Joseph Conrad. The Second Coming belongs with W.B. Yeats, not this author clue. Question 49. Comparing a CLEP-style clue, if a passage context shows order, reason, decorum, satire, heroic couplets, and classical imitation, which period is likely? Option A, Renaissance. Option B, Modernism. Option C, Neoclassical/18th century. Option D, Romantic. The correct answer is option C, Neoclassical/18th century. Neoclassical/18th century fits because it is commonly linked with order, reason, decorum, satire, heroic couplets, and classical imitation. Renaissance is different because Renaissance writing highlights humanism, drama, and exploration of individual ambition. Romantic and modernism point to other historical patterns, so they do not match this clue. Question 50. Tracing a CLEP-style clue, during author review, which writer belongs with Othello? Option A, Matthew Arnold. Option B, Charles Dickens. Option C, William Blake. Option D, William Shakespeare. The correct answer is option D, William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare fits because Othello is a tragedy built around jealousy, manipulation, race, and trust. William Blake is linked to songs of innocence and experience. Matthew Arnold is linked to Dover Beach. Charles Dickens points instead to Great Expectations, so it does not match this clue. Question 51. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue, can you identify the technique when a passage uses unrhymed iambic pentameter in elevated drama or epic? Option A, ottava rima. Option B, heroic couplet. Option C, blank verse. Option D, free verse. The correct answer is option C, blank verse. Blank verse fits because blank verse is unrhymed iambic pentameter, a form strongly associated with Shakespearean drama and Miltonic epic. Heroic couplet is wrong because heroic couplets rhyme in pairs. Ottava rima and free verse describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 52. Preparing a CLEP-style clue, recall which author is known for Wuthering Heights? Option A, William Shakespeare. Option B, John Bunyan. Option C, Jonathan Swift. Option D, Emily Bronte. The correct answer is option D, Emily Bronte. Emily Bronte fits because Wuthering Heights is a Gothic Victorian novel of passion, revenge, setting, and layered narration. Jonathan Swift is linked to Gulliver's Travels, William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet. John Bunyan points instead to the Pilgrim's Progress, so it does not match this clue. Question 53. Studying a CLEP-style clue, who wrote Robinson Crusoe? Option A, William Blake. Option B, Daniel Defoe. Option C, Samuel Johnson. Option D, Salman Rushdie. The correct answer is option B, Daniel Defoe. Daniel Defoe fits because Robinson Crusoe is an early English novel using realism, survival narrative, and economic individualism. Salman Rushdie is linked to Midnight's Children, Samuel Johnson is linked to Preface to Shakespeare. William Blake points instead to Songs of Innocence and Experience, so it does not match this clue. Question 54. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue, recognizing William Blake should lead to which title? Option A, Preface to Shakespeare. Option B, Sonnets. Option C, Songs of Innocence and Experience. Option D, North. The correct answer is option C, Songs of Innocence and Experience. Songs of Innocence and Experience fits because it is William Blake's work, visionary poems contrasting innocence, experience, social oppression, and spiritual perception. Sonnets is associated with William Shakespeare, Preface to Shakespeare is associated with Samuel Johnson, North belongs with Seamus Heaney, not this author clue. Question 55. Examining a CLEP-style clue, spotting that the audience understands danger or truth that a character does not yet see should lead to which term? Option A, dramatic irony. Option B, situational irony. Option C, verbal irony. Option D, foreshadowing. The correct answer is option A, dramatic irony. Dramatic irony fits because dramatic irony depends on a gap between audience knowledge and character knowledge. Verbal irony is wrong because verbal irony says one thing while meaning another. Situational irony and foreshadowing describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 56. Considering a CLEP-style clue if a poem uses the first 8-line unit of a Petrarchan sonnet, which device is present? Option A, octave. Option B, Gothic. Option C, stream of consciousness. Option D, free indirect discourse. The correct answer is option A, octave. Octave fits because it means the first 8-line unit of a Petrarchan sonnet. Stream of consciousness and Gothic refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Free indirect discourse is also different, sestet is 6 lines, quatrain is 4 lines, couplet is 2 lines. Question 57. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue during passage analysis, which term matches the clue that a novel stresses haunted spaces, secrecy, terror, and psychological darkness? Option A, Gothic. Option B, neoclassical satire. Option C, domestic realism. Option D, pastoral. The correct answer is option A, Gothic. Gothic fits because Gothic fiction uses fear, mystery, confinement, and dark settings to explore emotional or moral anxiety. Pastoral is wrong because pastoral idealizes rural simplicity. Neoclassical satire and domestic realism describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 58. Testing a CLEP-style clue during author review, which writer belongs with Mrs. Dalloway? Option A, William Shakespeare. Option B, James Joyce. Option C, Virginia Woolf. Option D, John Keats. The correct answer is option C, Virginia Woolf. Virginia Woolf fits because Mrs. Dalloway is a modernist novel using stream of consciousness, memory, and a single-day structure. William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet, John Keats is linked to Ode on a Grecian Urn. James Joyce points instead to Ulysses, so it does not match this clue. Question 59. Comparing a CLEP-style clue, could pilgrimage frames, estates satire, romance, and the transition from Old to Middle English point to which literary period? Option A, Middle English/Medieval. Option B, Renaissance. Option C, Post-colonial. Option D, Victorian. The correct answer is option A, Middle English/Medieval. Middle English/medieval fits because it is commonly linked with pilgrimage frames, estates satire, romance, and the transition from Old to Middle English. Renaissance is different because Renaissance writing is linked to humanism, drama, and sonnet sequences. Victorian and post-colonial point to other historical patterns, so they do not match this clue. Question 60. Tracing a CLEP-style clue among these titles, which one contains Faustus? Option A. A Midsummer Night's Dream. Option B. Tristram Shandy. Option C. Dr. Faustus. Option D. In Memoriam AHH. The correct answer is option C. Dr. Faustus. Faustus is Marlowe's scholar who trades his soul for power and knowledge. Macbeth concerns regicide and prophecy. Tom Jones is an 18th century novel. Mrs. Dalloway is modernist fiction. Question 61. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue, choose the work most closely linked with William Shakespeare. Option A. Lyrical ballads. Option B. Sons and Lovers. Option C. Othello. Option D. Holy Sonnets. The correct answer is option C. Othello. Othello fits because it is William Shakespeare's work, a tragedy built around jealousy, manipulation, race and trust. Lyrical ballads is associated with William Wordsworth. Sons and Lovers is associated with D. H. Lawrence. Holy Sonnets belongs with John Donne, not this author clue. Question 62. Preparing a CLEP-style clue when Jonathan Swift appears in review, which title fits? Option A. Sonnets. Option B. Dover Beach. Option C. The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. Option D. Gulliver's Travels. The correct answer is option D. Gulliver's Travels. Gulliver's Travels fits because it is Jonathan Swift's work, a prose satire that attacks politics, science, pride, and human folly. Dover Beach is associated with Matthew Arnold. The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock is associated with T.S. Eliot. Sonnets belongs with William Shakespeare, not this author clue. Question 63. Studying a CLEP-style clue, spotting that a poem presents shepherds and rural life as simple, peaceful, and ideal should lead to which term? Option A. Pastoral. Option B. Satire. Option C. Gothic. Option D. Modernism. The correct answer is option A. Pastoral. Pastoral fits because pastoral literature idealizes rural settings and often contrasts them with court or city life. Gothic is wrong because Gothic emphasizes terror and mystery. Satire and modernism describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 64. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue, select a term for hints that prepare readers for later events. Option A. Iambic pentameter. Option B. Foreshadowing. Option C. Alliteration. Option D. Comedy of manners. The correct answer is option B. Foreshadowing. Foreshadowing fits because it means hints that prepare readers for later events. Alliteration and comedy of manners refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Iambic pentameter is also different. Flashback moves into the past. Symbolism gives objects larger meaning. Irony depends on contrast. Question 65. Examining a CLEP-style clue, who wrote Omrose? Option A. Derek Walcott. Option B. George Herbert. Option C. James Joyce. Option D. Edmund Spenser. The correct answer is option A. Derek Walcott. Derek Walcott fits because Omrose is a Caribbean epic that reworks classical forms through post-colonial history and island experience. Edmund Spenser is linked to the Fairy Queen. George Herbert is linked to the Temple. James Joyce points instead to Ulysses, so it does not match this clue. Question 66. During author review, which writer belongs with Pride and Prejudice? Option A. Jane Austen. Option B. Charles Dickens. Option C. Aphra Behn. Option D. Lord Byron. The correct answer is option A. Jane Austen. Jane Austen fits because Pride and Prejudice is a novel of manners centered on courtship, class, irony, and moral judgment. Charles Dickens is linked to Great Expectations. Lord Byron is linked to Don Juan. Aphra Behn points instead to Orinoco, so it does not match this clue. Question 67. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue, study cards should connect Edmund Spenser with which work? Option A. The Canterbury Tales. Option B. The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Option C. Holy Sonnets. Option D. The Fairy Queen. The correct answer is option D. The Fairy Queen. The Fairy Queen fits because it is Edmund Spenser's work, an allegorical Renaissance epic romance written in the Spenserian stanza. Holy Sonnets is associated with John Donne. The Rime of the Ancient Mariner is associated with Samuel Taylor Coleridge. The Canterbury Tales belongs with Geoffrey Chaucer, not this author clue. Question 68. Testing a CLEP-style clue, which term describes a poem in which a single speaker reveals character while addressing an implied listener. Option A, motif. Option B, personification. Option C, dramatic monologue. Option D, metaphor. The correct answer is option C, dramatic monologue. Dramatic monologue fits because it means a poem in which a single speaker reveals character while addressing an implied listener. Personification and motif refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Metaphor is also different. Elegy mourns the dead, epic narrates heroic action, ode is a formal lyric of praise or meditation. Question 69. Comparing a CLEP-style clue, can a CLEP item about Ben Jonson point to which work? Option A, Middlemarch. Option B, Volpone. Option C, Sonnets. Option D, My Last Duchess. The correct answer is option B, Volpone. Volpone fits because it is Ben Jonson's work, a Jacobean satirical comedy exposing greed, deception, and moral corruption. Middlemarch is associated with George Eliot, My Last Duchess is associated with Robert Browning, Sonnets belongs with William Shakespeare, not this author clue. Question 70. Tracing a CLEP-style clue, if a clue names Vladimir and Estragon, which title is expected? Option A, Don Juan. Option B, The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. Option C, Waiting for Godot. Option D, King Lear. The correct answer is option C, Waiting for Godot. Vladimir and Estragon wait through Beckett's absurdist drama. Hamlet and Horatio belong to Shakespeare, Jane and Rochester belong to Bronte, Gulliver and the Houyhnhnms belong to Swift. Question 71. Recognizing Grendel points to which work? Option A, Sonnets from the Portuguese. Option B, The Importance of Being Earnest. Option C, Beowulf. Option D, The Wasteland. The correct answer is option C, Beowulf. Grendel is one of the monsters defeated by the hero in the Old English epic. The Canterbury Tales uses pilgrims, not monster combat. Paradise Lost centers on the fall. Wuthering Heights is a Victorian Gothic novel. Question 72. Preparing a CLEP-style clue when Christopher Marlowe appears in review, which title fits? Option A, The Importance of Being Earnest. Option B, Sonnets. Option C, Dr. Faustus. Option D, Middlemarch. The correct answer is option C, Dr. Faustus. Dr. Faustus fits because it is Christopher Marlowe's work, a Renaissance tragedy about ambition, forbidden knowledge, and a bargain with the devil. Middlemarch is associated with George Eliot, The Importance of Being Earnest is associated with Oscar Wilde. Sonnets belongs with William Shakespeare, not this author clue. Question 73. During character review, which work belongs with Iago? Option A, Preface to Shakespeare. Option B, The Importance of Being Earnest. Option C, Othello. Option D, Sonnets from the Portuguese. The correct answer is option C, Othello. Iago is the manipulator whose deception drives Othello's jealousy. Satan belongs to Paradise Lost, Prospero belongs to The Tempest, Pip belongs to Great Expectations. Question 74. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue, which term fits a passage where a poem builds an elaborate, surprising comparison between unlike things? Option A, rhyme scheme. Option B, kenning. Option C, conceit. Option D, simile. The correct answer is option C, conceit. Conceit fits because a conceit is an extended and often intellectually unusual comparison, especially common in metaphysical poetry. Kenning is wrong because kenning is a compact Old English compound metaphor. Simile and rhyme scheme describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 75. Examining a CLEP-style clue, if a clue names in memoriam AHH, which author is expected? Option A, Kazuo Ishiguro. Option B, Alfred, Lord Tennyson. Option C, Joseph Conrad. Option D, Robert Browning. The correct answer is option B, Alfred, Lord Tennyson. Alfred, Lord Tennyson fits because in memoriam AHH is a Victorian elegy that wrestles with grief, faith, science, and doubt. Joseph Conrad is linked to Heart of Darkness, Kazuo Ishiguro is linked to The Remains of the Day. Robert Browning points instead to My Last Duchess, so it does not match this clue. Question 76. Considering a CLEP-style clue, if you see Charlotte Bronte, which title should you remember? Option A, Jane Eyre. Option B, Heart of Darkness. Option C, Dr. Faustus. Option D, Frankenstein. The correct answer is option A, Jane Eyre. Jane Eyre fits because it is Charlotte Bronte's work, a Victorian Bildungsroman with Gothic elements, moral independence, and first-person narration. Dr. Faustus is associated with Christopher Marlowe, Frankenstein is associated with Mary Shelley. Heart of Darkness belongs with Joseph Conrad, not this author clue. Question 77. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue, which author is most closely associated with Ode on a Grecian Urn? Option A. Emily Bronte. Option B. George Herbert. Option C. Robert Browning. Option D. John Keats. The correct answer is option D. John Keats. John Keats fits because Ode on a Grecian Urn is a romantic ode meditating on art, beauty, permanence, and human transience. George Herbert is linked to the temple, Robert Browning is linked to My Last Duchess. Emily Bronte points instead to Wuthering Heights, so it does not match this clue. Question 78. Testing a CLEP-style clue, can you name the literary term for a novel told through letters or documents? Option A. Ode. Option B. Foreshadowing. Option C. Epistolary novel. Option D. Stream of consciousness. The correct answer is option C. Epistolary novel. Epistolary novel fits because it means a novel told through letters or documents. Ode and stream of consciousness refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Foreshadowing is also different. Frame narrative embeds stories inside a larger story. Dramatic monologue is a poem with one speaker. Satire mocks social faults. Question 79. Comparing a CLEP-style clue among these titles, which one contains Selim Sinai? Option A. Midnight's Children. Option B. Don Juan. Option C. Troilus and Cresside. Option D. Tom Jones. The correct answer is option A. Midnight's Children. Selim Sinai connects personal memory with national history in Rushdie's post-colonial novel. Dorothea Brooke belongs to Eliot, Christian belongs to Bunyan, Grendel belongs to Beowulf. Question 80. Tracing a CLEP-style clue, identify the device described as a comparison using like or as? Option A. Spenserian stanza. Option B. Simile. Option C. Epistolary novel. Option D. Sonnet. The correct answer is option B. Simile. Simile fits because it means a comparison using like or as. Epistolary novel and Spenserian stanza refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Sonnet is also different. Metaphor makes an implied comparison. Metonymy uses association. Paradox joins apparent contradiction. Question 81. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue, which author is most closely associated with Orinoco? Option A. George Herbert. Option B. Percy Bysshe Shelley. Option C. Aphrban. Option D. Henry Fielding. The correct answer is option C. Aphrban. Aphrban fits because Orinoco is an early prose narrative associated with colonialism, slavery, and heroic romance. George Herbert is linked to the temple. Henry Fielding is linked to Tom Jones. Percy Bysshe Shelley points instead to Ode to the West Wind, so it does not match this clue. Question 82. Preparing a CLEP-style clue during terminology review, which term matches an implied comparison that does not use like or as? Option A. Metaphor. Option B. Heroic couplet. Option C. Allusion. Option D. Tone. The correct answer is option A. Metaphor. Metaphor fits because it means an implied comparison that does not use like or as. Heroic couplet and tone refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Allusion is also different. Simile uses like or as. Personification gives human traits to non-human things. Hyperbole exaggerates. Question 83. Studying a CLEP-style clue, select the term for the repetition of initial consonant sounds in nearby words. Option A. Unreliable narrator. Option B. Kenning. Option C. Irony. Option D. Alliteration. The correct answer is option D. Alliteration. Alliteration fits because it means the repetition of initial consonant sounds in nearby words. Unreliable narrator and kenning refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Irony is also different. Assonance repeats vowel sounds. Metaphor makes an implied comparison. Satire mocks vice or folly. Question 84. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue if a passage context shows alliterative verse, heroic loyalty, oral tradition, and a warrior culture, which period is likely? Option A. Middle English. Option B. Modernism. Option C. Anglo-Saxon/Old English. Option D. Romantic. The correct answer is option C. Anglo-Saxon/Old English. Anglo-Saxon/Old English fits because it is commonly linked with alliterative verse, heroic loyalty, oral tradition, and a warrior culture. Middle English is different because Middle English is more closely tied to Chaucer, estates satire, and later medieval forms. Romantic and modernism point to other historical patterns, so they do not match this clue. Question 85. Which author is most closely associated with Macbeth? Option A. John Milton. Option B. Jonathan Swift. Option C. Daniel Defoe. Option D, William Shakespeare. The correct answer is option D, William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare fits because Macbeth is a tragedy of ambition, prophecy, regicide, guilt, and disorder. Daniel Defoe is linked to Robinson Crusoe, Jonathan Swift is linked to Gulliver's Travels. John Milton points instead to Paradise Lost, so it does not match this clue. Question 86. Considering a CLEP-style clue, recognizing a 9-line stanza with 8 lines of iambic pentameter and a final Alexandrine points to which term? Option A, unreliable narrator. Option B, narrator. Option C, personification. Option D, Spenserian stanza. The correct answer is option D, Spenserian stanza. Spenserian stanza fits because it means a 9-line stanza with 8 lines of iambic pentameter and a final Alexandrine. Narrator and personification refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Unreliable narrator is also different. Heroic couplet has 2 rhymed lines. Blank verse is unrhymed iambic pentameter. Ottava rima has 8 lines. Question 87. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue among these titles, which one contains Lady Macbeth? Option A, Macbeth. Option B, The Faerie Queen. Option C, Ode to the West Wind. Option D, The Pilgrim's Progress. The correct answer is option A, Macbeth. Lady Macbeth belongs to the tragedy of ambition and guilt surrounding Duncan's murder. Hamlet focuses on a Danish prince. The Rape of the Lock satirizes social vanity. Middlemarch is a realist Victorian novel. Question 88. Testing a CLEP-style clue. Can a CLEP item about Geoffrey Chaucer point to which work? Option A, The Canterbury Tales. Option B, Don Juan. Option C, Tristram Shandy. Option D, Hamlet. The correct answer is option A, The Canterbury Tales. The Canterbury Tales fits because it is Geoffrey Chaucer's work, a Middle English frame narrative that uses pilgrims to create a state satire. Hamlet is associated with William Shakespeare. Tristram Shandy is associated with Laurence Sterne. Don Juan belongs with Lord Byron, not this author clue. Question 89. Comparing a CLEP-style clue among these works, which one is by D. H. Lawrence? Option A, The Pilgrim's Progress. Option B, Sons and Lovers. Option C, Hard Times. Option D, The Faerie Queen. The correct answer is option B, Sons and Lovers. Sons and Lovers fits because it is D. H. Lawrence's work, a modern novel of psychological realism, family bonds, sexuality, and class tension. The Pilgrim's Progress is associated with John Bunyan. The Faerie Queen is associated with Edmund Spenser. Hard Times belongs with Charles Dickens, not this author clue. Question 90. Tracing a CLEP-style clue, choose the work most closely linked with Matthew Arnold. Option A, North. Option B, The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. Option C, 1984. Option D, Dover Beach. The correct answer is option D, Dover Beach. Dover Beach fits because it is Matthew Arnold's work, a Victorian lyric often linked with religious doubt, melancholy, and cultural uncertainty. 1984 is associated with George Orwell. The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock is associated with T.S. Eliot. North belongs with Seamus Heaney, not this author clue. Question 91. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue. When the wife of Bath appears in a CLEP-style item, which work fits? Option A, In Memoriam AHH. Option B, The Canterbury Tales. Option C, Sonnets from the Portuguese. Option D, The Pilgrim's Progress. The correct answer is option B, The Canterbury Tales. The Wife of Bath is one of Chaucer's pilgrims and is central to medieval estate satire. Beowulf belongs to Old English heroic epic. Jane Eyre is a Victorian novel. Waiting for Godot is modern absurdist drama. Question 92. Preparing a CLEP-style clue during work matching, which title belongs to Robert Browning? Option A, Great Expectations. Option B, My Last Duchess. Option C, The Pilgrim's Progress. Option D, Middlemarch. The correct answer is option B, My Last Duchess. My Last Duchess fits because it is Robert Browning's work, a dramatic monologue revealing character through a speaker's controlled self-exposure. The Pilgrim's Progress is associated with John Bunyan. Middlemarch is associated with George Eliot. Great Expectations belongs with Charles Dickens, not this author clue. Question 93. Studying a CLEP-style clue, which author is most closely associated with Dover Beach? Option A, Matthew Arnold. Option B, George Herbert. Option C, Kazuo Ishiguro. Option D, Alexander Pope. The correct answer is option A, Matthew Arnold. Matthew Arnold fits because Dover Beach is a Victorian lyric often linked with religious doubt, melancholy, and cultural uncertainty. George Herbert is linked to the temple, Kazuo Ishiguro is linked to the remains of the day, Alexander Pope points instead to the rape of the lock, so it does not match this clue. Question 94. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue, how would a clue about Alfred, Lord Tennyson most likely be answered? Option A. In Memoriam AHH. Option B. Ulysses. Option C. Robinson Crusoe. Option D. Wuthering Heights. The correct answer is option A. In Memoriam AHH. In Memoriam AHH fits because it is Alfred, Lord Tennyson's work, a Victorian elegy that wrestles with grief, faith, science, and doubt. Ulysses is associated with James Joyce, Wuthering Heights is associated with Emily Bronte, Robinson Crusoe belongs with Daniel Defoe, not this author clue. Question 95. Examining a CLEP-style clue among these choices, which one explains a passage where one speaker addresses a silent listener and unintentionally exposes his character? Option A. Epic. Option B. Pastoral. Option C. Elegy. Option D. Dramatic monologue. The correct answer is option D. Dramatic monologue. Dramatic monologue fits because a dramatic monologue reveals the speaker through voice, situation, and what the speaker fails to understand about himself. Elegy is wrong because elegy mourns the dead. Pastoral and epic describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 96. Considering a CLEP-style clue, how should a character clue about Belinda and the stolen lock of hair be answered? Option A. King Lear. Option B. Tom Jones. Option C. Dr. Faustus. Option D. The Rape of the Lock. The correct answer is option D. The Rape of the Lock. Belinda is the fashionable figure at the center of Pope's mock heroic satire. Tess belongs to Hardy, Jane Eyre belongs to Bronte, Grendel belongs to Beowulf. Question 97. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue, which term describes substitution of a related or associated word for the thing meant? Option A. Rhyme scheme. Option B. Metonymy. Option C. Foreshadowing. Option D. Gothic. The correct answer is option B. Metonymy. Metonymy fits because it means substitution of a related or associated word for the thing meant. Rhyme scheme and Gothic refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Foreshadowing is also different. Synecdoche uses a part for the whole. Metaphor compares unlike things. Alliteration repeats initial sounds. Question 98. Testing a CLEP-style clue, When Midnight's Children appears in a literature clue, which writer fits? Option A. John Milton. Option B. Virginia Woolf. Option C. Christopher Marlowe. Option D. Salman Rushdie. The correct answer is option D. Salman Rushdie. Salman Rushdie fits because Midnight's Children is a post-colonial novel using magical realism to connect personal and national history. Virginia Woolf is linked to Mrs. Dalloway, Christopher Marlowe is linked to Dr. Faustus. John Milton points instead to Paradise Lost, so it does not match this clue. Question 99. Comparing a CLEP-style clue among these terms, which one names a direct address to an absent person, abstract idea, or thing? Option A. Narrator. Option B. Apostrophe. Option C. Dramatic irony. Option D. Villanelle. The correct answer is option B. Apostrophe. Apostrophe fits because it means a direct address to an absent person, abstract idea, or thing. Villanelle and narrator refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Dramatic irony is also different. Soliloquy is a speech by a character alone on stage. Satire attacks folly. Metonymy substitutes an associated term. Question 100. Tracing a CLEP-style clue, choose the work most closely linked with Laurence Sterne. Option A. Don Juan. Option B. Tristram Shandy. Option C. In Memoriam AHH. Option D. Ellie Mort d'Arthur. The correct answer is option B. Tristram Shandy. Tristram Shandy fits because it is Laurence Sterne's work, an experimental 18th century novel famous for digression and playful narration. Don Juan is associated with Lord Byron. Ellie Mort d'Arthur is associated with Sir Thomas Malory. In Memoriam AHH belongs with Alfred, Lord Tennyson, not this author clue.